Today we're talking about the top 3 enhancements you can make to your property to boost the curb appeal fast here in Florida. Everybody, I'm Jacob with Scooters Lawn Care here in Southwest Florida, and we get so many questions from homeowners of what can I do on an installation, design, build project to really level up my home from where it is now to something that is so much more vibrant, that has so much more curb appeal, that has so much more usability. And these are the things and the problems we deal with for our clients all of the time. So if you are wondering those things, stay tuned. We're going to go through some real value here so you can pick some of the top things we see that can make the biggest difference. And this is even more important when a lot of times here in Florida, you're dealing with a very, very small lot size. You've only got so much space to use. So making that space as usable as possible is huge. And first and foremost, it is expected that your lawn is going to be green year round here, because that's what Florida is. It's sunny. It is getting rain in the rainy season. We have the conditions to make things green year round. But fact of the matter is that alone is not truly making a statement above and beyond with your home. And a lot of homeowners take so much pride in their home, as do I. I can relate. I want my property to be perceived like that looks awesome, that, man, they've got some really cool features. And that's what every homeowner that takes a lot of pride in a property wants. And so setting it above and beyond, it's those additions, right? It's those enhancements. It's not just the green lawn, the manicured shrubs year round. It is the landscapes. It is the accents. It's the lighting. It's the hardscaping. It's those additional pieces, those outdoor living pieces that truly can take it from 0 to hero. And it doesn't mean you have to do everything. Sometimes you can implement small little pieces of this, and that can make the biggest difference. Sometimes a pathway, a walkway, some lighting in a dark area, that little aspect alone, if it's purely curb appeal, lighting in the front of a home alone can add a night and day, figuratively. And it's funny that that's how lighting came around, or it's funny the terminology I used, but it is a lot night and day difference. So the top 3 enhancements I suggest to homeowners to their property, if you're truly just seeking what can I do to make the biggest change. First and foremost, any kind of LED lighting. Landscape lighting at the front of your home adds a whole nother depth and aesthetic to your home that isn't just beauty, it's safety, it's security. It adds elegance and a luxurious feel to the front of your home. It warms entryways. It creates a breathtaking aesthetic that makes your house stick out from every other home. And so landscape lighting, LED low voltage lighting, you cannot match that with solar, because solar is a cheap budget alternative. And that's great for some people, but if you want it to look amazing and outstanding and be above the rest by head and shoulders, you have to have an LED lighting system that is going to have a consistent output, that is well maintained, that will last you for years. That's one of the other benefits of it. It's gonna last you for years. And so any kind of LED lighting, whether that be lanai lighting we install or the landscape lighting, that is one of the top changes you can make, because now you're blending night and day. You're taking that landscape, that home that you're proud of, and you're making it more visible. You're making there be more safety and access to certain areas depending on how you use the lighting. And you're getting to a lot of times enjoy all the landscaping that you spent a lot of money on and invested in, that you get to see that during the day. Well, now you get to see and accent that whole nother light, literally and figuratively, at nighttime. This might be just warm white lighting, but this also may be different color levels and aspects and different brightnesses and dimnesses that make this portrait of what your home or even your living area in the back really becomes. It can be the true aesthetic that really rounds out everything. Secondly, pavers. Hardscaping, something as simple as a pathway or a patio. This is something in your yard, specifically when there is limited space in general, that can define areas that can really fill out and maximize your backyard outdoor living area. And any type of hardscaping has so many other facets as well, such as outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, areas to prep food and to spend more time with others. And all of this is just additional flat surface where you can have more people together. So walkways can connect one area to the other and define so many lines. Patios can create even more exciting area to spend with family and friends. And they can add a jaw-dropping accent to the front of your home that has a whole luxurious feel. If you have a concrete driveway, or if you're just thinking about what type of driveway to have put in, a paver driveway is head and shoulders above the rest as far as aesthetic, luxurious feel, and durability overall. Now, finally, the last piece, I would say in Florida for sure, with a limited space, it would be hardscaping to maximize your property's usability. What does that look like? What do I mean? Because that sounds like industry jargon. That means more pavers, as mentioned, for patio area, more retaining walls to create more flat usable surface in your yard. Maybe this means we put a retaining wall by a seawall to create more of an area for a captain's walk, to have even more accessibility and more area down by your dock. Maybe this means that up on the side of your lanai, the grade drops quickly right after that, and we need to put a wall and raise that whole area so it doesn't drop and we can create more flat space. And so we can effectively use a wall to level more area to give us more usable space, which before was a steep grade that we really can't do anything with. And so these usable spaces that are created through retaining walls, pavers, pieces and accents and assets like that can make a night and day difference on the usability of a property. And then when you sew all of these things together, when you sew all of this together with softscaping, when you sew all of this together with lighting, when you sew all of this together with just the rocks and the surfaces and the different textures, it makes a product that is like no other. So to rehash those really quick: lighting, pavers, hardscaping that aids in adding more usable area to your backyard and your whole yard overall. This is going to, one, make everything in your home, in your property, look more structured, well planned, thought out, more high end, more luxurious feel, more vibrant feel, whether that be day or night. And on the other end of that, that is going to add even more usability to your property, because all of your landscaping, all of your outside should be an extension of your home, right? So all of this is an extension to the garden area, to the pathway that leads to the patio, where there's the fire pit and the other things that bring more value to your home. And a lot of times you don't need a full renovation to your whole property. Don't get me wrong, we have lots and lots of people that are doing 50,000, 60,000, 100,000 plus renovations to their entire property. But a lot of times you don't need that. You just need the right pieces in the right places to tie what you have together. You can do a lot with even more of a minimalist effect, depending on where you're starting with. So don't think that it means you have to do everything just to get that true aesthetic that is going to make the big difference on your property. And so what I love about these three pieces is within a couple weeks, your property can be enhanced, can have a new aesthetic, can be more usable than ever, be ready to have its value totally increased, and be ready for resale like that. And so we love working with homeowners to see these transitions happen on their property and make sure that they happen in a timely and efficient manner. So on the end of this process, people are ready to use and do whatever they are wanting with their home, whether that be resell or enjoy with family and friends for years to come. We are here to create places to have experiences. So if you are needing any of those services, we would love to help you here at Scooters Lawn Care. We love creating backdrops to people's memories through landscaping and creating luxurious areas for our clients that really revolutionize our industry and use our service standard to set us apart, to make sure more and more homeowners just like you are raving fans and satisfied with their work. So we look forward to meeting you and cannot wait to enhance the curb appeal of your home today.